Anybody in here ever been looking for your phone and it was right in your hand? Ever? Come on, somebody say I'm not the only one that did that. Woo! Good gosh. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Man, oh man, as y'all can see, I'm right back at the home front. Nothing like a little vacation. Nothing like a little vacation. I think let me put it in the chat again for the ladies. I can see I'm here. Where y'all at, ladies? Okay, there go China. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for coming out and doing what you do and what we do. Do what you do, what we do, when we do, what we do, when I do. That's Stevie Wonder. What's up, China? How you feeling on this wonderful Friday? Oh, China getting ready, y'all. She getting ready. First of all, I want to thank God. Thank God. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God for another day. Woo, good God. Because yes, Lord, He ain't had to let us get up in here today. It could have been our turn to not wake up and be here. It could have been. Yes, it could have been. You know, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in, you know. And there she go. I think he should be bringing up the rear in about another 5 minutes. She be in. Yeah, it happens. Yes, indeed, ladies. Thank y'all for coming through the chat. Oh, yeah. Love you back, Narc Free, baby G. Guys, yes, indeed. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate the members. Thank you so much. Support. Yeah, I was out there working out today in my driveway. You know, I went from 90 degrees to 9 degrees. 9 degrees. Y'all know how cold 9 degrees is? I'm not used to that. Okay? Yes, indeed. And, whew, man, oh man, shoveling snow. You know, I had to clear out my driveway so I could get in the driveway, right? Things we got to do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I hope that Advil kicks in soon, because that back is not playing. Whew, that back is not playing. It's flaming right now.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. Let me thank my sponsors here. Good gracious. The sponsors of the show, sponsors of tonight's show. I just love how, sponsors come back in and say, hey, we love the show and we love you too, Harry. Yo. Yes, we do. I got one sponsor today.
Hold on real quick. Forgive me, guys. This is a new iPad. I'm trying to figure it out. So, I'm trying here. Just ignore me.
Linda said minus 30. Linda, what does that even feel like? That's crazy. Negative 30. I don't even want to touch that. That's too much. Yes, indeed. I want to thank Danita Joe. Yes, indeed, for being a sponsor. And, of course, Connie Barnes. Nothing like it. Hold up. Do we have another one? Is that you? Good gracious. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, good people. The love is appreciated. I appreciate the love. Yes, indeed. Got my camera back tonight. Going in. Let's get to it. Because we ain't gonna get, beat around the bush for 10 minutes and then, get into we warming up. We ain't warm up getting Johnny got a new laptop, y'all.
I'm trying to get it together here.
It's working out. It's working out. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? It's working out. It's
Okay.
coming together. We can see you. We can hear you. Everything is clear. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't sound like you walking up paper in the background. So yes, indeed, it's all good. It's all good. Everybody, come on in. Come on into the chat, man, and let's get this thing started. Man, this was heavy on my mind today. Oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to get in here and give it to y'all. Whoa, the number one reason to never feel remorse or remorseful, however you want to say it, depending on what school you went to. Whew, the number one reason to never, I said never, never, ever. Can y'all say, hey, chat, can your chat say never, ever? Can you turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor? Hey, chat, I want y'all to turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, don't you ever feel remorse for the narcissist. Y'all hear me? The number one reason, I'm going to give it to you right now. Because, and I got to build it up just a little bit. What's up, Marilyn? I got to build it up a little bit for you because this is how it came to me. Because, guys, you're going to, listen, believe it or not, the punishment, the ultimate punishment for a narcissist is you getting your life together. Them having to see that they didn't destroy you. To having to see and live with the fact that they sabotaged not only your life, they sabotaged their life to sabotage your life.
For sure.
Okay? They sabotaged their life to sabotage your life. And for you to get up and walk away, from all of the craziness, to be able to get up and win, to be able to stand up and be strong, be happy, live your life, back on track, jogging, mountain climbing, you know, building your garden, you know, building that extra room in your home, you know, getting your own place, you know, getting your life together, getting your look together, your finances, get your mind together. You doing that. You see, we thinking, oh, that ain't nothing. That's what everybody does. No, it's not. No, it's not what everybody does. Because the narc ain't doing it. When they have to see that you made it through.
Yep.
You made it through and you did it in a way where they literally, guys, they did everything they could do to destroy you. And you see it, you lived it, you made it through it. Guys, everything that they did and it failed. They have to look at it and it failed. And guess what? Now you're in a different position in life.
Yep.
Now your life has gotten better. And guess what? I had China right here to approve, to give me the seal of approval. Once your life get better, you ain't even mad at the narc no more.
Nah.
You ain't even mad at the narc no more. You guys, you gonna feel sorry for him. You're gonna see how, man, you can see the narc going through things. And you can see it when you're going through, but when you start feeling a little better, that's when you basically kind of like, okay, man, you know what? My life is good. I ain't even mad about whatever they going. You know, I don't even want to see you go through whatever you're going through. But let me tell y'all why you cannot be, the number one reason you can't be remorseful about what they're going through, because they going through it. Yeah. And I'm telling you, they gonna go through so much. They gonna want to unalive themselves. They gonna want to be by themselves. They gonna want to climb up under a rock and hide from the world after they receive their karma for what they tried to not just do to you, but how they tried to destroy many people. They gonna want to just go somewhere and hide. And the reason, the number one reason The number one reason you better not feel sorry for that trifling, dirty, gutter, low down, no good for nothing crut ball. You better not feel any remorse. It's because what you're watching that person go through. I need you to hear me good. What you're watching that person go through is exactly what they wanted you to go through. What you're watching, when you start feeling sorry for how bad their life has become, that's what they wanted for you. That's why I tell y'all, man, and I'm not going to stop telling you, don't wish nothing bad on them. Don't do it. Don't do it. They know, listen, y'all, I know how we think, man. They couldn't have known that it was going to be this bad. The punishment for them was going to be this bad. Guys, a narcissist knows that they're going to be punished. They know it, just like you know. That's what keeps you from doing wrong, because you know when you do somebody wrong and you do something wrong, when you're trifling towards people, you know you gonna get that back. You know it, whether you want to admit it or not. You know it. So the narcissist, they know they're getting it back. They know that they're going to get this. They know it's one of them days. Okay, I'm gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be right here in my face. I'm gonna be done lost everything. Ain't nobody gonna want to talk to me. Ain't nobody gonna want to be around me. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for me. They know it.
Yeah,
They want to destroy you so bad. You hear me? They want to destroy you so bad they don't even care about their own welfare. They don't care. They are the ones that will slice off their nose to spite their own face, y'all.
Yep. And you know what? I want to add a twist to that too. It's not even just so much that, they in financial ruin or, can't get supply that's killing them. It's them not being able to get you back. Is what's really eating them. That's the thing that makes them want to unalive themselves. It's not that I don't have money anymore, or I don't have this person or that person. Is they cannot have you. They are so used to us chasing them, begging them, pleading, wanting answers. And when that stopped and they go out there and they fail in life, they knew you were that safety net. And now they no longer have that safety net. They depended on you needing them. And now they're seeing your life flourish from what they put you through. Like with my situation, the situation they end up in, he put me in that situation, but he saw me get out of it. And so now he's in it and he want me to help him get out of it because he know I can't. But all he gonna do is pull me back down if I let him back in. And that's all they do. They're like the wild. They're in their habitat. Once a wounded dog is healed, they attack. And that's all they're gonna do.
Good God. Good God. Trying to spread that on like Hellman's mayonnaise. Good gosh. Man, that is so true. That is so true that they literally they knew. They're in a position. They're in a position that they wanted you in. They are in the vice that they tried to trap you in. They're in that vice and they scrambling and they going wild trying to get out of it, and they can't. They can't. They knew this day would come. Listen to me, y'all. The narcissist knew this day would come. They just hoped it wouldn't come so soon.
Yeah.
They hoped that it won't. Oh my goodness. Well, ain't that what the devil said to God? Respite me. Give me time. They knew that the day would one day come. They just didn't know when that day was. And when you shut the supply off, when you shut that door, when you shut everything down on them, Ladies and gentlemen, they are stuck.
Yeah.
They're dumbfounded. They don't believe that you have the strength. They don't believe you have the wherewithal to pull yourself up out of that slump, to get
Yep.
your life together, to pull yourself up out of there because they can't do it.
No.
Can't do it. See, we think because we can do it, that they can do it. Guys, you won't listen, man. And by no means am I wishing anything bad on them. I'm not. They've done all the work themselves. They have done all the work, so I don't need that. And I don't want to see that happen to them anyway, because I don't want to see it happening to me. But guess what? By default, guys, they have to see it. They have to deal with total destruction.
Yeah.
Total, complete, utter destruction of everything in their life. They have to watch everything in their life be dismantled. Whatever relationship they're in, wherever they live, whatever they drive, wherever they work, whatever business they have to deal with the ultimate of total destruction. And guys, you don't even understand. You were the safety net.
Yeah.
You were the one sitting there trying to hold that trifling crutball's life together.
Yep.
You were trying to do everything you could do so that they could look good.
Yeah.
And the opposite. Everything they tried to do was to make you look bad.
See, and that's the thing too. The ones that are materialistic, when they lose it all, man, they need you more than anything because you got that bounce back. You don't know how many people that they crapped on because they're in competition with everybody and downplay everybody else's stuff like theirs is better, and then to lose it all and to have to go to these people, they never. That's another reason why they always go back to their exes, because their friends is not going to help them out if they need a place to stay, and if they were, they're not going to feel like a man laying on another man's couch because they can't use them. So a male narcissist is going to go lay up with another female and use her until he get back on his feet. And that's why I say we are the safety net. We are the point of reference for these people because all we ever did was have their best at hand, and they overplay their hand because we are too nice. They do all of this stuff to us and try to destroy us, and then think that they can come back and that we're going to, some of us do. I never look back, but I'm never going to rebuild somebody who tried to destroy me, because the way this dude left me and my children, and they leave you to suffer and don't reach back and don't look back to see if you okay, or to even pet you on the back and say I'm sorry, they don't give you that apology. There's no way in hell I could ever. That person couldn't even come in my presence. For what? I can't give you a conversation you denied me years ago.
Nope. I mean, because first of all, it ain't even worth it. It ain't worth it. Everything that they look at, everything that they do, it's going to be about destroying you. It's going to be about, it's always a lie about how they don't need you, how they don't need anybody, how they are in control of everything and yet in control of nothing all at the same time. Guys, at the end of the day, a narcissist, their life has to run its course, and they know it. They know that one day everything they touch gonna fall, and they know it. And that's right, they're gonna run and be with somebody else to use that person. But don't think that just because they ran somewhere and everywhere they run, it's just gonna be a open invite. Because some people done dealt with that and they tired of that too. Some of them run into narcissists and getting trampled over.
Oh yeah. And then y'all worry about the downgrade too. They worry about that damn downgrade too, but they know it's not a good look for them. But hey, they need help. So they're going to be with whoever it takes at that time. A lot of the times they go with panic picks, whether they discarded you or you discarded them. You were on to them, and they had to clinch on to whatever was available, no matter what it looked like, no matter what it had in between his legs. They had to do what they had to do because they're always in survival mode.
Oh,
They always fighting demons in their head. And then when they don't have you there to regulate their emotions, those demons are 1,000% eating away at them. And that's another thing that makes them want to unalive themselves, because when nobody's there for them, they have to face what they did to people. I
mm,
don't care how they try to convince themselves that they were justified in what they did, but they know their actions is the reason why people don't want nothing to do with them.
you know what, China? That was deep right there. Because see, we have this thought, you know, and we always wonder if they really miss us or anything like that. And I think it's safe to say that they don't miss us in the sense that they cared about us, because they didn't. No, they only miss not being able to use us anymore. And guys, listen, I don't care who you are. When somebody that you've done wrong denies you access to them, and you had all kind of control over them people, oh my goodness, you have to live with the fact that, number one, you were lying to yourself because you didn't have the control over them you thought you had. And that's what they have to sit down with every day. That not only do they have access to you anymore, they don't, but they have to watch your life flourish, knowing you wouldn't even spit on them if they was on fire.
Yep.
They gotta live with that.
Yep.
That ain't something that's easy to live with, something that's easy to deal with, knowing, because they know why you would never. Guys, listen, they know that you only know a fraction. You only know a fraction of how dirty they was doing you.
Yeah.
They know the full, uncut truth about why you will never deal with them again. And guys, they know you're right in not dealing with them again. I'm talking about no words said. I'm talking about total denial of their existence. When you deny them that you don't even exist to me, I'm not going to respond to you even if you speak to me. When you deny someone on that level, guys, that person ain't walking around smiling and happy. Oh, I ain't thinking about you either. Yes, they are. Yes, and they know. They know that you saw through them.
Yeah.
They know that you know their secret. They know that you see them. See, we were on the inside looking out. And guys, then you get to the place where you're on the outside looking in. And that's how they know you will never take them back. When you have stepped outside and you're looking back in and you're saying, whoa, good God, what was I thinking?
Because they think they that great that when they leave, that you're gonna always want them. And when you stop panting and moaning and wanting them, that's what kills them, because they never banked on that. Never. They hate to feel irrelevant. They hate to be forgettable. If y'all look at the situation, like the stuff that Donald Trump is doing, everybody knows, and excuse my language, he's a shitty person. And so he know nobody is going to know him for great things. So why not do bad things that people can remember him for? He don't want to be forgotten, whether it's good or bad, but he don't have good in him. So he's not going to do no good. Everything he's doing, think about it. Renaming a ship after yourself. He's trying to place his name on everything, so when people see it, that's how he's going to be remembered. He don't want to be remembered for the bad stuff that he's doing, but he'll take it if that's all he can get.
And that's all he's doing. He like you just said, right now, he don't even care. Because but at the same time, he sees a much bigger picture too. He knows he's here for a reason. He's the one that's going to take this government down. He's the one, guys, well, by the time, and we'll see it by the end of this year, if we make it that far. I'm gonna tell you guys, I was just on vacation. And I wanted to tell y'all this, man. You know, guys, we talk about this money in this country. Y'all see inflation going absolutely berserk over here. And I was in Colombia last week. Listen, Colombia, the prices over there are the same the prices of everything right here. The prices over there are the same as they are over here. We used to look at countries like that as a third world country. You go out to dinner, two people go out to dinner over here somewhere decent. Go to Cheesecake Factory. Two people. That's $100 and something. Yeah, it's about 110, something like that. Same price over there.
Thank you for telling us you went on a date.
No.
How else would you know that?
You see, yeah, you do. I'm saying anything that you do over there, you're going to notice. You're going to know. I'm saying, and that's not the only place that I've noticed that. You go anywhere and do anything, the prices are the same. It used to be a time where we would go to places and you feel like, okay, I want to go to this place because I can go over there and feel like a king, you know. My money is king. And it's not. It's not. It's not king anymore.
Yeah.
It's not king. And these people who are in charge, man, they know they just running this country all the way down to nothingness. Inflation increasing every single day. I saw my electric bill today. I was like, I called the lady. I said, whoa, champ. Nah, what y'all not gonna do? What you not gonna do? Okay, that's what you're not gonna do. And they lie. They lie. Lady told me today that, oh, well, last year around the same time, your bill was close to the same exact thing. I said, so y'all not going based on what the bill is. You're going based on what, you know, the highest that it could have been. And that was because my unit went out. I said, ma'am, I got a new unit. No, it's not the same. So they got some people going to call me back by tomorrow, they said. I'm saying we're watching this place. We're watching this place. Well, I got you, Christina. We going back. We going back to it.
What happened?
Christina, like, why you going to change the subject right now? Because this thing is hot. I had to go there. I had to go there for a second, Joe. I did. I had to go there. So yeah, let's get back to it. But
wait, before you get back to it, I just want to say this. The reason why I jumped on that is because, like I said, I work with kids, and I have some kids that don't speak English. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it loud and proud. The day ICE come inside where I work and try to snatch a kid up out of there, y'all may never see me again. Because I'm not letting it happen, not to a child. No.
There it is. It's going down. Woo. Man, oh man. I tell you though, man, you know, guys. So, like I said, you're not going to be, when you put yourself in a position where you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not trying to be bothered with that person. I don't even really want to hear about that person. You still going to hear about that person. Somebody somewhere, somebody saw somebody that sold somebody something. And guys, listen, they doing bad, man. They doing bad. And I ain't saying that to make you feel good. I'm saying that to help you understand, for all of y'all wishing bad on somebody, you gonna get it. I'm telling you what it is. If you out here wishing bad on somebody, you're gonna get the same thing they get.
Okay. Keisha trying. Hey Harry, I got them on your head now. They said, so back to you. Are you dating?
They say, am I dating?
Yes, Monique said
Yes, I date all the time. What do you mean? Am I dating? Say I wasn't.
it.
Listen, I'm not in here as your minister, pastor, nothing of the sort. Yes, Lord.
Y'all know Harry on me trying to be so secretive, but he tell on himself.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't make it about me. Not everything. I can't make
You be so scared to tell somebody you date. The minute you tell them, the person start narking. Then you gotta explain why you're not with that person.
I'm trying to tell you, this ain't no easy place to be dating out here. I'm gonna tell you, these vicious streets out here. So, yes, they are. Hey, Maryland, that's what I'm saying. Wish the narc I told you, man, I've been telling y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all. Y'all better say a prayer for the narc. Because I'm saying a prayer for the narc that I dealt with. I'm saying a prayer for that person. I'm saying a prayer for the person. Because at the end of the day, man, y'all gonna see. You are going to see their total demise.
Yeah.
Don't be right there with them. You can't save them. You cannot save them. And they're going to come back because they know, guys, they know that when your life is going good, you feel sorry for them and you open for a conversation and, man, no, sir. No, sir. Not 50 years from now, 20 years from now, 10 years from now. No. There's nothing to talk about. When your ears were open to talk, when you wanted to hear them try to be logical, when you wanted them to talk in a way where we could work this out, their ears, they were totally shut down to the idea of having just a conversation with you that wasn't disrespectful. They could not do it. They could not manage to just show any level of respect. They could not manage to just hold back whatever they would try, whatever they thought was so incredible out there for them.
Oh, yeah.
They could not put that at ease, not even for a moment. Not even for a moment. And yet, guys, guess what? They knew. What's up, Keish?
Hello.
They still knew. They still knew that they were out there. They knew that they were trying to destroy you. They knew that they were doing everything in their power to slow your program down. They knew that they did everything possible. Everything possible. So, guys, when you out here just doing bad, this is kind of like that movie Set It Off with Queen Latifah and them. They was robbing banks, right? They knew. It's just a matter of time. They say they knew one day we gonna get caught. If we keep doing this, one day the gig is gonna be up. And they ran the gig until the gig was up, y'all. They knew one day that the police gonna be in here on us. They knew that one day, man, we could be facing jail time. They knew it. That's how the narc is. They knew one day I gotta pay for what I did to you, what I did to this person, what I did to that person. They know it. This ain't something that they just sitting back like they don't care about. No, they know it. They just hoping. They just hoping that they ain't gotta pay that back today. That's the biggest thing in their heart, in their mind, in their soul. Long as I don't gotta pay it back, just let me live long enough to see you fall, to see you grovel, to see your life destroyed. That's all they want. If they can see your life destroyed, and when they cannot see your life destroyed, they gotta guys, when they did everything that they could do, it's just kind of like you had a hammer, right? And you went and tried to smash somebody's glass in their car out. And you hit that glass as hard as you could. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even chip the glass. and you don't even believe it. You start looking at the hammer like, is this metal? And then you smash it again as hard as you can. And again, it's nothing.
All you giving is just little dents and little cracks, and it's not progressing into anything.
It ain't doing nothing.
No.
And then you just get like, whoa, this must be bulletproof glass right here. I ain't messing with this. And now you got to look at and you got to live with, I chose the wrong one. I see the prize in there and I can't get to it. And
but you know what?
Strength in my time trying to get in there to get to that prize and nothing.
See, and that's the thing. That's why they disrespectful in the end, because they feel like they never gonna need you again, and you be the main one they end up leaving. And see, and they chase you for trash, somebody who has the same mindset as them, so they're never gonna progress in life. And then too, on the flip side, is of them not seeing you fall when they tried. Just imagine that you did fall like I did, the way he set it up. And to see me bounce back, that's even better. Because they never want to see you come up out of that funk that they put you in, because they don't have the mindset and the mind frame and the wherewithal to get out of that situation. They try to put you in situations they know that they can't get out of. And that's the plan, because they figure if they can't, you can't. Because you were so dependent on them for so long. That's why so many of them financially abuse you, because they know once they snatch that money away, that's it for you. And that was my situation. I depended on that money for all them years, stayed in there for all them years and needed that money. But look at me now. I'm not on top of the world, but I'm not at the bottom neither.
Could do.
Now that's how they get that dependency. Like and I mean all of them in there, the demons in there that control them. That's how they get you dependent on them, because everything in that it's a kingdom. Everything in that kingdom have to do with money. It have to do with control. Have to do with power. It have to do with lust. That's like if they had a trident, it would be lust, pride, and mammon, money. Like that would be their three triangle main things. But they always have that in their heart. Like that is their stronghold in their heart. So they always want to either control the money, manage the money. They'll talk to you when they out of money. They'll take your money. But if you really pay attention, the only thing that they probably did that was kind of like helpful was little things, little shenanigans or swindling. It's always something. And swindlers won't make it into heaven, but it's always something corrupt that they're doing. And they do these little things like, look what I got for you. Look what I did for you. I got this bargain. I got this deal. And then they try to use that as a way of love. Like they might say, my love language is gifts or whatever. You know, the love language is God, but they might say that, you know, my love language is gift, blah, blah. However, when it comes down to the heart and when it comes down to money, there's no love in there. Like there's no love. Like we think that they had some ability to love. There's not a love in there. You can't pour out what you don't have. They don't have God in there. They have a trickster inside as their governing spirit. Like that's it. That's it.
But you know what? I want you guys to watch this documentary. It's an old one. It's called The Execution of Wanda Jean. That is a prime example of a covert narcissist. People say that she had mental retardation and all of that, but if you watch it, she murdered her girlfriend at the police station, and she managed to play the victim and try to get off death row and use, you know, she was mentally retarded. But that's the example of she did it before and got away with it. So she figured she could do it again and get away with it. But when she got caught up, she started playing the victim. Oh, now the system. Oh, the girl. It was this. I was going to the police station to file a police report, but you took a gun and a weapon, and you did this to lady. Watch that documentary. And that's the prime example of them, that if they continue to get away with something, they feel like there are no consequences. And they get high and they keep going and going and going. And then they become their own demise. That they become their own downfall.
Because that thing trying to destroy them too. Like Satan hates everybody. He hates all humanity. Just like God loves all humanity. He hates them. He will destroy their body. He will destroy them as soon as he get done getting every target that he got that they can possibly wipe out. He know different people type. He sent a narcissist, one of his puppets that gave themselves over to him, that's practicing dark arts. He assigned them strategically to the people that they got with, because he been studying us from birth, and he know we have a type that he typed us. He programmed the type in us. That's not who God said be with. God ain't say do none of that. He ain't say do none of that. That's what we got to understand. God was not in none of it. He hates all of that stuff. But we was like, God, we're going to help you out, and we're going to do some of our own will. And that's what the devil's saying. If he gets you a little bit on his playground, you're going to dance with him a little bit in the pale moonlight. Oh, he got a joker.
Oh, yeah.
Now, don't think you're about to give gifts to the joker. The joker is definitely destroyed. Who's doing okay when they a dead man walking, a dead woman walking? That's not okay. Nothing about them is okay. They don't even know they're perishing the way that they are. But everything that they touching is being destroyed. I'm seeing it in my family. They calling out, they putting out stuff. Can they get money? Can you, that they asking for money because some, the finances got all messed up and they got parents involved, grandparents involved, craziness, shenanigans. But see, when you got a household of narcissists and everybody feeding off of each other's schemes and fraud stuff and everything that they doing, taking people up top, taking people out this world, doing all that stuff and scamming, of course you're going to have a bunch of financial stuff happening. It's going to always implode and explode. But, that's how that life works. It's always, let me put this out and make this desperate story. Then I can get 3,000. Then we cool. That's their job. Their job is like, what story can we come up with? We need $3,000. So we're going to all work for 8 hours on this shift and see what story can we spin, who we going to say sick today. And then we're going to send it out to these siblings or whatever. And we're going to get money from them.
GoFundMe's and all.
Yeah. GoFundMe's for funerals that you never even know where the body at. I still don't know where my uncle at. It's like, where's his body? We didn't donate it. I still don't know where he at. She got a new body. She got her body done. But we didn't donate money, and we don't even know where his body at. My uncle.
Hey.
Ain't nobody talk about it.
Baruch Bayah. Thanks for that super chat. Baruch Bayah said, I just found out my 55-year-old ex-husband is dating a girl that could be his daughter. I'm hurt. I don't know how to feel.
Relieved because he ain't with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is this, y'all.
I felt sad though, but I understand.
When it really comes down to, dealing with the person that you're no longer with, the first thing that comes to mind for me is, man, not only is there a reason, but there's an extremely good reason why I'm not with that person anymore. And whatever that reason is the reason I'm not going to feel any type of way. Because again, this is why I say, when you're with somebody, treat them, give them the best treatment that you have in you. Mm-hmm. When you give them your best, you get to walk away knowing I gave you my best.
Yep.
I gave you my best. And don't get me wrong, y'all. They're going to do everything they can do to prevent you from giving your best, because they know that you cannot give someone open love and kindness and all of these things knowing that they're mistreating you.
Yeah. Right.
They know that. They are fully aware of that. But anyway, still do your best to give that person your best, so that when it is over, it's over. Whatever they're doing with the next person, man, good for them. Now somebody else got to deal with that man. Yep. I don't have to figure out why you got an attitude for nothing. Why you got an attitude with me because I'm not this other dude over here you really want to be with. I ain't got to come on to that chaos anymore. I ain't got to come on to somebody who want to start an argument just because I'm not that person over there that they running behind my back to.
Mm-hmm.
But can I say something real quick?
Stuff no more. And I don't have to try to come home and figure out who I'm dealing with today, because I don't know what mood you in because of whatever you got going on behind my back.
Right.
I don't have to figure that type of stuff out no more. So to me, man, that's a blessing when the person is gone. Okay, it can be painful a little bit, but deal with it and be thankful that they're gone, that it's over, and that you no longer have to deal with whatever that situation was, because it's like, hey, man, yeah, go ahead to that. If you want a young person, if I'm dating a woman that want to go out here and be with a guy that's half my age, is 25, man, good luck with that.
And can I say something like that happened with me? Like, I understand how you feel when it comes to that, because he did similar things. He was flirting with a bunch of them that's their age. He flirted with anybody. He had some that was older, like his mama age. He flirted with anything and everybody that had something to give to him, and he was screwing them all. And some was men. He even had couples, that would come up and they would do all their things. The husband, wife, and him. This is how perverted they are. But when we sit up here and we look at it like from God's perspective, like how Elohim would want it, he like, hey, this is covenant. We understand covenant. They're covenant breakers. Like in there, it really lists that some people are covenant breakers. We understand that God's a covenant God. They don't care about God. So when we're dealing with like an antichrist or somebody that don't care nothing about God, his issue is with God. It's not even with you at this point. And I know that it's painful going through that, because we seen them as somebody we had put them together to be, but it was not real.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy deceived us. That's what he does. He's a deceiver. He give them a form of godliness, meaning they might have an outward shape of it, but there's no God inside. And when he got with this new one, okay, they already in a whole adultery foundation there. That how many curses come with that? He's already a cursed individual because he's not with God. But then he doing this abominable thing, bringing somebody else in it. She don't even know how many out of body experiences she about to have, how many demonic attacks. Because once it get to this level, and you dealing with a warlock that then broke a whole covenant and did this other stuff, and they got that pedo stuff in them. Because don't think that this is the youngest he'll go. Is the one he got with. Not when you're dealing with a narcissist. That's just legally or whatever he feel like he can legally get away with image. Don't think he ain't on some other stuff looking at younger and younger. That's
Right.
how sick they are. They are that sick. I found out my ex tried to mess with my daughter. He made a pass at her. He made a pass at all these young friends. He had young girls flying out from different states talking about ministry. But it's like when you really understand how wicked these people are, they have demonic help. You don't even want to be hurting over the wicked. If God pulled you out that situation, that's because when you marry, when it's a man and then the woman, okay, you can't go higher than that man. So no matter how religious you feel like you are, how on fire for God you feel like you are, there's an order to this. If that head of the household is demonically possessed and you missed it, you're about to have hell in your house. You're going to have to war. God is the only one who's an authority above that man that can get you out of that. And he will remove that man for you and your children. He'll do that. And if it's the woman and the man got with a harlot woman, they gonna deal with a whole witch. You gotta read Hosea. They're gonna probably have to buy her back a couple of times. It's gonna be horrible. That's why he said don't join yourself with a harlot. But they might not have that whole financial, the house stuff. It's a little different because they have an authority to reach out to God. And God may either help that woman, depending on her heart or whatever she been through. But if she malignant, he gonna remove that woman. And but it's different when you the woman.
And you know what? Y'all think that when they run off to somebody else, they're running off to better. They're running off to their karma.
Yes.
Anybody can sit back on the side and watch a man cheat on you with them. Yeah. That's their karma. That's what you guys don't understand.
She had to use witchcraft to get him. Okay.
Do you hear? I bear witness. That that other person gonna get it worse than you got it. They go. I bear witness.
And she got youth. That's
Get it?
something that he won't ever be able to have. He gonna be mad every day because no matter how young he try to make himself look, he'll never be as young as her.
And
He gonna hate her for that.
any man that dates a young girl like that and she goes for it, that's her sugar daddy. She don't want nothing with that old man. Young people are not trying to settle down with old people.
Green card,
They
card.
just looking to benefit from that situation.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. And he's so caught up in his lust, like all of that stuff, that's fleeting. Like when you getting with somebody that's a whole witch, and they didn't bewitched you, a whole thing is in there. Like it's a whole video on a teaching that I played. When they like to do certain tricks, the snake thing from below said, I use their face. Once they agree to do this trick on this dude, they enter in, they collect that life force, they take it to that kingdom. That man is destroyed. He's destroyed. He's a dead man walking. That's exactly what they talk about under the sea. That's how the fallen talk. That's how the demons talk, because they hate us. They be laughing like, watch, he gonna do this. He gonna get this from her. I'm about to have his life, his finances, his home, his family. They will destroy the man, and they only hunt the man because the man is the head of the household. If they get the man, they got the rest. They know how to say in strategic. All he need is a willing vessel. If she a willing vessel, oh, you want to break up a marriage and stuff, he gonna wear that whole situation out. They won't know why it's always calamity.
And you know what? And that's why every time you catch them, it's not fun anymore. They don't want that person no more. That's why sometimes they beg you to stay with you, because now there is no fun in it. And then if they run off to that person and you just, cut yourself off from them, they can't kiki and laugh because they're doing something behind your back. Now they have the rest of them. So now they're about to see who that person is.
That's right.
And they're going to deal with that person that you had to deal with. And that's the 80-20 rule. See, and that's the thing. They have 80 at home and they run off for that 20. And then that person is not half of what you were. And so now they have to deal with that person. And that's why if somebody run off to somebody else, let them have them. Let them have them. It's going to fail. Stay out of that situation.
It's not even worth it. It failed when it started.
Because it was off lies and deception. That's it. It was off somebody else's tears.
So what? When you think about it, the thing that really grabs you when it comes to a breakup, the thing that really bothers us the most is that lie, that last lie. Yeah. That we believed it because we believed it. We believed it when they told us, I would leave you before I would cheat on you. They told us. All of us that same lie. I don't cheat. I just leave for. We believed it. And we believed it, so we thought, like, wow. And then you start feeling some way about yourself because you ain't been on the prowl. Nope. You ain't been out here searching for nobody. You've been trying to figure out how to make this work. They've been with somebody the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And it blow your mind. No. I saw phone messages. They met on this day. You a lie. If you just look in the mirror and just tell the person in the mirror, you a lie.
Yeah.
They've been with this person. They ain't, listen, I promise you, I personally guarantee you, they ain't left you for nobody they just met.
Real talk.
They have not left you for anybody that they just met. And the reason that a narcissist would never do that is because they don't know how much BS this person can put up with. They don't know the threshold that this person of their pain that they can withstand. No, they got to test this person first. This person got to go through some things. This person has to show that they are material for the next punishment.
And that's why they run back to exes.
Like that.
And they run back to exes because they have tested them, and they know their threshold, and they know what they can and cannot get away with that ex. And that's why they always go back. They never, like I said, they sleep with so many people that the person you see them with, you think that person is new. That's somebody from their past, because these people love one night stands. They love just sleeping with people.
Listen, hey, China. That's one thing. Listen, that part right there, they out there with so many different people.
Yes.
Guys, that's why I say, man, y'all really don't want to know the truth.
You don't.
You don't know how cruddy, how trifling they really are. You think you want to know. You don't want to see how many people they cheated. Listen, let me speak for me. I know I don't want to know.
Over 1,000.
Cause it didn't matter. It ain't even my business. It ain't none of my business no more. Even to the thought of how many people that this person was with.
It is because you want to go get tested. When you know how many people that these people have slept with, you don't know if you sitting on HIV. You don't know what these people brought back to you. You just don't want to know the details. That's the part that's gonna kill you. I tell y'all, stop looking for stuff you don't want to find. If you're not ready to leave, then don't look. Because what you're going to do is go to them with what you found, and then they're going to get smarter.
There you go.
And please be ready to leave.
Accuse them of cheating and this and that. But nah, you did this. But listen, let me help y'all with something. If you're going to look for it, don't confront them.
Yep.
When you find what you needed to see, oh my goodness, you doing X, Y, Z with so and so? Okay. Don't confront them. Leave them. Listen, they don't deserve an explanation as to why it's over, because they know why it's over.
Yeah. They just want to know what you know.
They saying, you don't know what I did with that person. You weren't there. You weren't a witness to what I did. You were not in the bed with us. You were not videotaping it to throw it right back in my face, because that's what they're going to say to you. That's the kind of interrogation they're going to throw you through. Yeah. Say, you can't prove it.
And then that's going to keep them on your mind.
Your intuition ain't no film projector, ain't no video recorder. Nah. So once you see what you need to see, you're not going to get a confession, ladies and gentlemen. If you waiting on a confession, then if I was you, I wouldn't even waste my time with none of that. I would just sit there and deal with the pain of it until you believe this person don't serve my best interest.
And we have to really ask ourselves why.
Now that is the time to start detaching. Yeah. Because that's opening yourself up for more pain to come. Because what you found is not even the tip of the iceberg of what they really been out there doing. You they just got sloppy. Or maybe they left it there for you to find it because they knew you wasn't going to leave. So, don't confront them with what you find. Just, plan your exit. Just leave. Because at the end of the day, when they decide to leave, they're not going to give you an explanation. They're not going to even care to give you closure. They're going to go on to the next thing that they think is better than you until that fails. Then they're going to be right back at your doorstep.
There you go.
And that's why you don't open that door when they come back. Let them stay with who they thought that was better than you.
Ooh. And they don't like when you're trying to find out or trying to get an explanation or trying to, get them to explain. I just need you to explain. Like, be honest. What are you really doing? Because we have to be questioning who is really directing us, what spirit, because all that's going to do is hurt you. They're not going to be honest, one. But even if they was, and they said, yeah, I did it, what you going to do?
Exactly.
You going to leave? Is that going to be the end of it all? Is that finally you're going to be like, okay, I'm never going to talk to you again? No, you're going to try to figure out, okay, now you honest, because that spirit is going to keep driving you for that pain and that rejection.
Hold it.
Then know when you keep.
Hold it. That was it right there. That was it. Keisha just said it, y'all. Yeah. If they tell you, yeah, okay, I did that. Now we so blind. Now we think they telling the truth. We think we can build something with them because they told us.
Hell no.
It's gonna spark a reaction.
Oh,
That's
hell
what
no.
made me hit my first husband with some raw chicken. And I ain't even think hitting with raw chicken. I don't feel like that was a harmful thing. I feel like you could have did a lot worse, you know. But they will blow it completely
Oh
out the
yeah.
thing. You got a temper. You try to give me salmonella. You know your reaction, because it's gonna be so caught off guard when they do be like, okay, yeah, I did do it, or I did call him. It's gonna make you snap. So you really don't want to go there
And
with
that's
them
what they want.
when you know what they did, because your spirit know. When you know, that's it. It's not gonna work with a demonized liar that has shut off their moral compass.
Yep.
Only God can help them, and they got to go. He got whatever kind of path or pit they got to go to. It's got to be something deep, because nothing has been working up to this point. They
No.
don't. It's so burnt out, like they have abandoned themselves the whole time you were interacting, and it really have to be understood this way. You were interacting with a collection of demons, personality demons. They have those. Those are what they would consider gods and goddesses. They inhabit people's bodies, and they do stuff to experience the physical world through them. People who gave it up. You know, now they trying to chemically take people free will, but they gave it up, meaning that the right from wrong, to be able to distinguish which one is that, they burnt it out. They
See,
kept doing wrong, so they just not even the conscience, like
they
common
don't care
sense, is not
anymore.
even there.
They don't
Something
care
take it over.
anymore. And you're dealing with people who convince themselves that their lives are the truth. And so what make you think that they're not going to convince you that that lie is the truth if they believe it's the truth? They believe their own lies. And they
They believe
really
they
do.
died.
They
Some of
believe
them,
because they said it is facts and it's truth, and you should believe it too. And then when you catch them and confront them and they admit it, then it's like, oh my God. And then it's like when you keep bringing it up, it's like, oh, that's in the past. Oh, why you keep bringing it up? And you know what? They have a point.
Yeah.
Because you accepted it.
Yeah.
So now you're bringing it up. And that's why you don't bring it up. Lesson learned. Don't bring it up. Know what you know and move accordingly.
That's actual acceptance, because you found out, you caught them in the lie, you caught them cheating, and they talked you out of leaving.
Yep.
So that means you accepted it.
Yep.
Yes.
And we take that under the guise that we are so forgiven that we're giving them a second chance. And that's what we see it as. And that's what society has brainwashed us to believe. That's what our ancestors and that our elderly have taught us, is to give our men and give our husbands second chances. And that's why grandpa has an outside baby on grandma, and she had to stay and deal with that situation. And we think that's the standard. That is not the standard.
No.
What they're going to do is just be blaming it on grandpa.
I know my grandma. I mean,
and then we found out that some brothers and sisters of them 12, 15 kids, only 8 of them was grandpas.
Yeah, that's how it be. And they be having their stories, and I know it was a lot of like adultery and different things in the tree. So a lot of stuff, when we coming into this, our whole mentality is already shifted just being born, because of the things that they've done before us, the grandparents, the great grandparents, we third, fourth generation. So we just gonna be hit with some things that we think is normal that's not normal at all. But what happened with a narcissist, when you have an appetite that cannot be full because it's a bunch of demons, if they constantly got the wandering eye, people like, make light of it. Oh, they just got a wandering eye. No, they're a whoremonger. They're an adulterer. They're a foreign. You can't be with them. The stuff that they bring that works with the kingdom of death. Nothing's going to be living. Nothing's going to be thriving. And then you're going to be stressed out all the time, wondering why things are breaking, pets are dying, finances are dwindling, business can't stay thriving, and, all of that. Why you keep getting sick, why they haven't, all of that, hair loss, everything else.
Because that's God trying to tell you it's not just your intuition. God is never going to let there be peace somewhere he don't think that something should exist. And if it's always chaos, that's not your intuition. That's God saying, hey, it's time to go. He knows what this is. You're not privy to the conversations that these people are having. Then plotting your demise behind your back. If you could be a fly on the wall to know what these people have planned for you, you would leave. But God tried to give us those warning signs,
Come
and
on.
we don't heed it.
Come
And
on.
so
Yeah.
God create chaos. He makes sure that there's no peace in that relationship so that it can break up, because he know what the real destruction is, and it's going to be more painful. So he try to make it less painful as possible, but we don't take heed, and we get that full blunt of what these people leash out on us, because in a relationship they grow to hate us and resent us and envy us, and they are jealous of us.
Jealousy, envy, that we believe in our heart and our soul that this person does not feel jealousy toward me.
Yeah.
We feel deep in
That's
our
a
heart and soul
hatred.
that this person, in their worst time and worst situation ever, they don't have anything against me. This person, no, they just going through something right now, and y'all think because you sleep in the same house with that person that because you think that, oh nah, if they was a devil, I would be nervous every time I go around them, or I would feel that spirit. No, you don't. Angels sat right at the table with all the other angels, and they sure enough was rolling with the devil.
It's
So
hard to feel it when you deceive.
what make you think just because you sitting there, and they obviously was mating with each other and everything else?
Yeah.
So what make you think you're going to be able to just sense it outside of listening to what they're saying, outside of watching what their actions are?
And
And just
it's hard because
imagine.
you really got to have discernment with them, because they have a energy. Like, it's different with people who just, they might not know about God, nothing like that. But when you got somebody who can access the spirit realm, whether good or bad, they can access some stuff, especially in their soul realm. So they can send dreams. The things is working with them. So you really got to have true discernment. But once you yourself accept their lies, you start changing and recreating situations and conversations to make it fit what you desire, which is a lust desire, but what you desire them, then that's when self-deception come in. That's a blinder. Those are scales. Those are the scales that Paul had to have removed. His name is Shaul, but they had to remove those. But those scales be Leviathan. Once Leviathan hit the scene, it really take God. We all got mercy to get you out of self-deception and blindness, because you really feel like you're doing right. However, his words say this, and this is the action. It's not right. And the self-deception would be like, well, nah, God know this and that. All of that stuff, everything in those shady gray areas, compromise, lukewarm, all of that stuff, that's everything that he said he hates. He's gonna just puke that out his mouth. So then when he does that, and the enemy chaos, he said there's no rest for the wicked, there's no peace for the wicked. These are commands that went out through eternity. They cannot have peace, they cannot have rest. It don't matter what they say. You talking to a whole demon. A whole thing is inside of them. I've seen these things. They can shape shift. They will morph. Their face would morph. If you've seen some of the things that are in some of these bodies to people that have given themselves over, you would really run the other way, because they're not. It's not what you think. That's why when Jesus died, he said, "Forget them. They don't know what they do," because something else is possessing their body. The real them is in prison somewhere. Getting tortured by the devil somewhere. They're somewhere, but they're not. The them that God created is not the one making all the decisions. That's not them.
See, and that's the thing too. We live out the scene of Jesus and Judas, and that's the thing. When you expose them, they could believe their own lies, and just like Judas did when God exposed him. I mean, Jesus, and told him he's going to deny him 3 times. And this man felt in his heart of hearts he wasn't. And he did. And that's the thing. When you expose them, they believe their own lies. And they still do what they do and still believe their own lies. Just like Judas. And it shouldn't be hard to believe that we're sleeping with the enemy. Because that person, you don't even know why you laying there asleep, staring at you in disgust and hatred and plotting on you. And just hate just the presence and the essence of you, and just can't wait to the day when they plan, go into motion. They have all this planned out when they're gonna
Yeah.
do it. They know when the end is coming. They know they going out with a bang, and they want to make sure that you never recover from them, that you always think about them in the end. And that's the purpose of what they do, the disrespect when they leave, the way they talk to you. And then when you see them with something that's less than, that's the final blow. That's meant to lower your self-esteem. But don't let that lower your self-esteem because you see them with somebody that's less than you. That's just telling you who they are. They ran off to their own kind. Water seeks its own level. And you're too high for them, so they run to somebody else that's on their level.
I like
And
that.
I want to put it in a way to, because it's hard when we say like, okay, they don't completely know. It's very complicated when you're dealing with like spirit, soul, and body. What they can do, their soul has a free will choice to make. They spirit man did, but he come for the soul. He like, hey, this is right and wrong. I even talked to my mom and them. They could easily quit their idolatry, because idolatry is the number one thing they in. They in a self-love type of kingdom. It's either it's either selfish or selfless. Okay, that's the two kingdoms. They in a selfish kingdom. They only think about themselves. They think themselves as God. They got the 5 eyes of Lucifer. I will exalt myself. I will be like the Most High. That's kind of the mindset that comes with that kingdom. So when like you can talk to them and you can say, hey, you could come out of idolatry. They know the word. My mom grew up in church and everything. You can stop all of this right now. God will move. And then you just got to make some decisions. Like you got to come out of some things and you got to make some hard decisions. They will not make those decisions. He said he gave Jezebel a chance to repent. She will not repent. Then he put her in a sick bed and everything. She will not repent. And those who be with her, they will have tribulations. It's a lot of destruction and stuff. When you tolerating Jezebel, think of hurricane destructions happening to you all the time, because he said it. You'll have many tribulations and stuff. So it's not a surprise that life fell apart with these things. Like it's a different kind of wickedness when you continuously practicing evil, like continuously doing spells, witchcraft, soul trapping. They trapping people's souls, attaching them to them. They want you to eat their food. Okay, attach your belly soul. They want you to constantly look at them, leave a piece of clothing. They attaching something on that clothing. They giving you some money. There's something that comes with that money. So you're going to be thinking about them if they decide to summons you in some way, like, such and such going to do this. They have that kind of demonic power because they came in agreement with witchcraft, sorcery, enchantment, warlock, and all of that. This is serious when you getting into the occult. A narcissist, that name is made up in this language in English, but a narcissist is a Satanist. Okay, that's who they are.
That's what they
But
do.
I disagree that they are selfish and that that they care about themselves more. Because if you think about it, the Bible says the bed will not be defiled. What do? And they don't care about themselves. Your body is a temple. And they destroy their temple by doing everything that they do, sleeping with all these people, drugs, drinking, dangerous things. These people consistently live life on the edge.
But you know what though, China? On that note, they do that. But you notice one thing I noticed about excuse me, one of the narcs I dealt with was they know how much you care about them.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes they're doing stuff because they know it hurts you.
Yeah.
To see them defile themselves that way.
Yep.
They know it hurts you more than it's going to hurt them.
Yep. And they'll cut their nose off to spite their face just to see you hurt. They'll hurt themselves just to hurt you.
You hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's the demon love destroy. If y'all seen that movie Nefarious, that thing is exactly how it is with the narcissist. Every now and then they might let the narcissist come out and experience some of the punishment of it all. because they hate them. But they gonna use that body because there's contracts and agreements and covenants. Every time they sleep with somebody, that's a covenant. So how many covenants is out there? When people going through some stuff or your children going through some stuff, when it has this happening, this ain't in the bloodline, this ain't in the family. There's some covenants. You got to find out where these covenants at. If they slept with 1,000 people, then you slept with them. That's a marriage to like 1,000 people, and then the people they slept with. They do that tree when they looking in the STDs and all that stuff. Covenants. So God is a
You know
covenant
what?
God. He covenant one person to one person. He's a covenant God. He don't
Right.
change for covenant. Now
That's
he
right.
do redeem. He got a contingency plan. That's
You know
redemption.
what else? Something else that I noticed, and guys, y'all probably noticed this as well, and that's something that I've heard both of you speak on before. That when they go out and they're dealing with different people, they always come back with a different characteristic because they're pulling those demons off everybody that they deal with. And then when you see them, it's just like okay, let's say for instance that, for some delusional reason, I got delusional and I decide I'm gonna have a conversation with the ex-narc. For some delusion, we just saying, just for the case of argument, okay? This ain't gonna happen. I'm not putting this in the universe.
Right.
Guys, if that ever could possibly happen, and it won't, but if just for hypothetical, guys, that would be a totally different person. I would not know that person anymore because that's how they get around. They deal with so many people. You ain't gonna know who their personality is no more.
Know.
And the whole time you deal with them, they just gonna be trying to figure out who am I, who was I for you? And then they go right back to the evil, but they don't even know. You're not, when you deal with them, you'll notice that even when you dealing with them in your relationship now, for those of you who are still there with them, they come home all the time and they somebody different. And you still sitting around there trying to figure out who they are and how do I get them back to what the person that they were when I started dealing with them.
Right.
How do we get back to that?
You can't, because
you
they
don't.
change. That's the new life that they're starting. They're starting to become that person for that next person. And the signs are always there and we overlook it because these people emotionally detach. I'm here to tell you, once somebody stop touching you, it's over. They've already touched somebody else and that's where they want to be and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then the signs, like I said, are there. It's in the music, it's in their words, it's in the way they walk, it's in the way they do their hair. They start working out, they start doing this, they start doing that, because now they're starting to discard that character that they were playing for you.
Ooh.
Because now
Getting the skin.
they are about to be a new character for somebody else.
Woo.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt.
They got different accents.
That was 100% accurate. Because and that's exactly, guys, we sitting around wondering, like, you notice they dressing different. You notice they doing a whole lot of extra they haven't been doing before.
Yep.
Because that's the new character. I gotta be this for this new person.
Yeah.
Because this between us is over. You just haven't gotten to notice yet. But
and
it's
once
coming.
The scales come off, they don't even really look like you thought they was looking. I mean, a lot of things is scales on your eyes. They can change your look. They can change like the way that you view things. They can manipulate vision. They can manipulate sound. Anything that's going on with the brain chemistry, they can manipulate. I have a whole news clip, science clip, and all that showing how they can do that. They can do that. They can make somebody like somebody. They can make somebody not like somebody. Let them not have something protecting their free will. Like the World Economic Forum said, he said 70% of people is hackable. They are not playing. That was years ago. You think these little lights out here ain't doing stuff to people? Concert music ain't doing stuff to people? you got beyond the narcissist that gave themselves up. That's the prototype. You got a bunch of wicked psychopath amphibian things and all of that stuff in powerful positions. That's one of the things we war against, that are doing all kind of experiments. So the narcissist, don't ever think they gonna be the same. Dark matter came in the atmosphere. Ain't none of them birds gonna be the same. It's an evil they got that we can't even comprehend right now. They probably eating somebody, like literally biting at their arm. Like, this is gonna get way worse. Way worse.
Well, you
And
can
we
see
gotta
right
prepare
now, you can
ourselves.
see where it's already at. And
Yeah.
you know, like I said, guys, like I said in the title tonight, man, the number one reason you bet not never ever feel remorse for that narcissist, man. When they going through it, when you see they down and out, I'm not telling you to go over there and kick them while they down.
No,
That's not what I'm saying to you at all.
no.
What I'm saying to you is they already know that this day was coming. When you see them out there on whatever situation, when they got the pistol to their head, or they about to jump off the bridge or jump in front of the train, however they gonna do it.
Yeah.
They knew this day was coming because they knew what they had planned for you. They knew what they had planned for you, and they've been planning it. And all they want is to fulfill that one goal.
Mm-hmm.
Is destroy you. If they can destroy you, then their life was worth living to them.
Oh yeah.
I was able to take you off your path. I was able to take you totally out of your life. Do y'all realize some of y'all spent your whole life with them? Some people have sacrificed their entire life just to grow old with that person. And one day to be sitting there on your deathbed and looking back at your life in vain with that person. How was that? How do you think you're going to feel knowing, hey, man, I ain't got but a few more minutes to live, and I wasted my whole life with this trifling crutball that treated me like trash every day of it. And they would sit there right there in your deathbed, look you right in your eye and tell you, I should have did you worse than I did you.
Yeah.
Give you they ass to kiss.
That's it.
Hang on my new
That's
one.
all
We
you
just came
getting.
here to send you off. You know, I know you wanted me to be happy. I just brought him here. I know you're dying. You know, we're going to pull the plug so we can make it go faster. That's what they would do. You know, we got to really understand the psychopath evil that we were dealing with. Because being with them, there is not, what is the goal? You always have to ask yourself, what's the goal? I have people saying, oh, well, I let them bring the other person in there. We can have a threesome. The more you destroy and degrade yourself, the
better they
that's
feel.
it.
Because
That's
they
it. There's no
corrupted.
happiness. There's no joy that's gonna come from that after you didn't see y'all all three in there doing crazy stuff. There ain't no joy coming from that. The only thing is going now the enemy about to come and say, oh, I think he spent more time with that one than you. The enemy is a tormentor. When you with a tormentor, that's all you're gonna get is torment. Every time they turn their head, you're gonna look and see if they looking.
And you know what? And that's why you shouldn't even worry. A lot of people still worry about them dirtying up your name and smearing your name when they leave. Man, let them do that, because the people gonna believe them anyway, because that's what they want to believe. Nobody cares what nobody else believes, especially people that I don't know.
Yes,
people who know you. They smear your name to their friends, to their families, like their friends and families don't even know who they are. But a lot of people entertain that because that person is entertaining and they love chaos. They don't
and you know what?
You.
And
they
you know what?
follow you.
That's one of the things too.
Stuff.
That's one of the things that they, excuse me, they bank on. They bank on you being all worried up about what their relatives believe. And man, listen, their relatives know how trifling they are.
Yeah.
Their relatives known that trifling crutball all their life.
Yep.
They didn't turn over no new leaf.
Nope.
If they can listen, if the narcissist woke up tomorrow treating people right, acting right, their whole family wouldn't know who it is. Like, what the hell? They done finally grew up and grew out of it, huh?
I don't know. They'll say they didn't switched up. They ain't gonna say that.
That's all they gonna say. You know what they gonna say, China? They gonna say, yeah, okay. You
Right.
believe that? You believe that?
Right.
Yeah, okay. We'll see how that turns out in 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Their family knows how cruddy they are,
Oh
how
yeah.
trifling they are. Their family knows. Their family grew up with them. Some of them raised them, and they knew they was going to be trifling. They know how trifling that they really are. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all. I know from my personal experience. My ex's family, it's a big respect between the two of us. When they see me, it's a whole lot. They know her. Mm-hmm. They know what her life has done turned into and everything else. So, and I'm saying that to say, guys, stop beating yourself up about proving to people. If you want to prove to people what you was really about, man, go out here and live your life. Go out here and live your life. Don't let them people catch you bickering back and forth with them. Never let them see, oh no, them people, they don't have access to me anymore.
Exactly.
That's the best thing you can show them, because guys, family is gonna talk. The family's gonna tell everybody, oh no, so-and-so don't even talk to them no more. Mm-hmm. Won't even have a conversation with them. Guys, when you cut down a conversation, when you cut down total communication with somebody, everybody know you done something. Listen, they know the person who got cut off. They got cut off because they did something.
Yep.
You did something that was so trifling that person won't even have a conversation with you again.
Yep.
Guys, that ain't no light charge right there. I know we be looking for, the total confession. I want them to confess everything they did to me and blah, blah, blah. That's the confession right there.
Yeah.
When you won't speak to them again. That's the confession of what the narcissist did.
And it's so powerful too, when you don't speak to them and then you don't try to explain to people why you don't.
Exactly.
Then that's make people start guessing like, damn, what did they do to her so bad or him so bad that they cut them off? See, y'all don't know that. Y'all think that people is believing what they're saying. I mean, let them have that, because that's their blaze of glory. That's all they have. And people, the telltale factor in the whole situation is, and this is why we tell y'all, glow up, boss up when these people leave, because people see they run the bodies, you run the money.
That's it. That's it. You run to helping your mind, to put yourself in a mentally better place, a physical better place. You running to put your entire life in a better place. They running somewhere trying to imitate who you were in your relationship the whole time. That's it. They ran off to somebody so that they could pretend that they were you.
And that's
ran off to a new drug. Heroin wasn't working, so they went and got fentanyl. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. It's just a mask of pain. These people don't like to sit in pain, and that's what makes us better and more resilient, because pain is growth. When somebody calls and inflict pain on you and you able to sit through that pain and bounce back from that pain, you are unstoppable. These people use sex and bodies to get through their pain. They don't want to feel it.
Come on.
So they go out and feel somebody else.
Can somebody
and they don't know how to heal it either. Like they doing all these vices. Everything that the Satan get has an end date. It's a decay. It comes from a decaying kingdom. He can't give life because he's not life. There's nothing he can do. He has no power like that. It's been taken. So everything, we already had the authority. Most of the stuff is in the things that we speak. Word is create everything. That's why they want to destroy it. That's why they want to suppress the truth. So people don't know this stuff. But it's not, once you get to the point where your validation, that's major. Validation, attention, that's worship. When your validation only matter what God think, and your purpose, once he reveal your purpose and you start walking it out and you don't care what people think. That's when you have that healing. You won't even care what the narcissist think or the people that's around him, because you will really see it for what it is. They lost, they zombies. It doesn't matter what they think. It don't matter what the people around them think. It don't matter what your family think. It don't matter what nobody thinks about you. Most of our lives, the ones that got into this, we've always been peacekeepers. We've always been the ones to help this one out, help that one out, give ourselves and do this and that. Stop it. We have to stop self-sacrificing, and we have to let God just love on us and show us who we are. Quit listening to lies. It don't matter what your boss think about you. It don't matter what nobody think about you. It only matters who God say you are. And he got really good thoughts about you. He made you fearfully, wonderfully made. He gave you gifts, talents, abilities. He made a lot of people creative. He made a lot of people entrepreneurs. The minds of the people that be in this type of recovery, they are amazing. You know, the narcissist was only living vicariously through them. That's it. Any business that was started when y'all two was together, you were the brains. You know, all of that stuff. You uplifted things. You helped the narcissist create a whole new them. You made something out of dirt and dust and all of that stuff and mud and everything filthy, poo-poo and everything. You made that look like something that can shine and talk and walk and do all that. You did that. So we got to get to the point where we just like, I don't care what they doing. I don't care who they with. If God pulled me out of this, he pulled me out of it to save my life. Because the stuff that they got in the pipeline that's being released, this new little thing they didn't got called something else. It's something. It is something out there. They starting to try to do that same shutdown. Got some people praying on that's some things. But this whole new sickness that's taking people out. There's some people that's in their 40s. They are no longer with us. That's how quick this thing taking people out. This stuff feeds off of negative emotions. Every disease starts with a broken heart, a broken spirit, because it say the broken spirit dries the bones. That's what your neutrocytes, your white blood cells, all of that is reproduced. So if you don't have nothing fighting these diseases, yes, you're going to be sick. You're going to take on all this stuff. That's why it's so much pain being released right now. You got to cut the narcissists off. They chose their side. They chose Team Satan. They chose wrong. I've told some people, hey, man, you chose wrong. They be like, blah, 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 blah. It don't matter because you're going to see you chose wrong. When you choose wrong and God give you a chance, he give everybody a chance. When God give you that chance and you make that decision when you know, when it was explained to you, hey, devil about to move in, and he is not playing. His time is short. He got a whole legion of demonic entities that has been released. It's a bunch of stuff happening this year. He moving in, and we don't have time to deal with the narcissists because they are attached to that. They are going to bring misfortune. It comes with them. It is attached to them. They're going to bring destruction. It's attached to them. The house will be chaotic. It don't matter how good you got it made. Because a lot of times we just want people to say, hey, I'm proud of you. Like, look, you did it good. You do all of this wonderful stuff because you wanted your parents to say it. So when somebody come and you did all of this, you rebuilt the house, you did this, you moved in, you made it like this and all these wonderful things. Yeah, the narcissist going to come in and be like, oh, yeah, I see you didn't change. Oh, you boss, you did this stuff. They're going to say all of that. Flattery, and then within about a week they're gonna be trying to destroy it. They'll have all of your new furniture in that next person's house while you go to work. You know, this is how they are. They are cold with it. They are. You try to go to that person's house and get your furniture that you paid for, that they then got a moving truck while you was at work. Oh, you going to jail with a restraining order?
Yeah, because they already told that other person that you're crazy. Don't talk to you. That's why when you find out they're cheating and you try to talk to the other person, that's why we say don't talk to them, because that other person has already been brainwashed not to talk to you. They've been told you're crazy.
There you
She's
go.
Gonna come to your house.
There
won't
you go.
Let me go. And then when they do stuff, start an argument to go out and cheat, and then knowing you're gonna blow up their phone, they sitting there with that person. See, she won't let me go. She's obsessed with me. She's stalking me. She's this. And you're proving the point by calling their phone. If they run off, just let them go. Let them do them. Let a person do what they want to do, and you'll see what they want to do.
Don't take them back. Do not take them back after they done been in somebody else. They done inherited a whole nother set of demons. Do not take them back if they done ran up in somebody else. Never. That's the one thing. Like, all right, you chose that. Like, that's, you gotta value yourself. You gotta have that. You gotta value your body, especially the more like you get up in age and wiser. Because if you in your 20s, you might not know no better. That's why they like them young ones, because they don't know no better. They destroying themselves early. They
Yeah,
getting
but
these
them young
diseases
ones
early.
smart now. They after these older men for their
Yeah.
money.
They gonna get that money.
I mean, yes, and that's why when the other person said that her husband is with a younger person, that's his karma.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't understand. They play stupid games, winning stupid prizes. Even the person that think they took your man, that's the stupid consolation prize that you won.
Yeah.
You think you won something? No, you won somebody's pain. You won somebody's trouble.
Yes.
You didn't get that part because you wasn't living with them. But now you can have them and have all of that and see them for what they are.
And they not making them. I got $10 for child support. 10. That's less than the 25. That means they just not doing good at all. Not doing good at all. It's not even, they have a little 1 day a week job that they might get about 6 hours from that they can report, on the taxes. But other than that, everything is just swindling or dealing with a church or something that's untraceable. So you swindling God's money. You messing with God's people. You saying you representing him. You think they gonna be cool? Oh, I tell you, when I dealing with him, my engine blew up. It was so many supernatural things happening. You can be sitting in a car and boom, your whole engine just blow up out of nowhere. That's how it is with them birds. They would just blow up an engine.
Sometimes God have to allow things to fail for you to wake up. Sometimes certain things you try to get with that person and build with that person, God will blow it up because he know what's coming. And it's not meant to be.
You know what though? God ain't got to blow that stuff up. He ain't got to sabotage your situation. He just gonna let it do what it's supposed to do. He like, nah, what you're not gonna do is put me in there and say, I did that to you. No, you chose that. They trifling. You see they trifling. I'm just letting you see they trifling.
Yeah.
And gonna let the pain that you feel just be brighter, and it's gonna hurt more. It's gonna hurt harder and harder because our minds be made up. I'm gonna fix this person right here. This my person, and I want this one, and I'm gonna work this out. And no, you are not going to work it out. Brother Hype Man, thank you so much for that super chat, sir. He said, yeah, her, yo, yeah, China, yeah, Keisha. God is good in Jesus' name. Hello.
Yes, I agree. I think tonight is like one of the best that we had. I mean, I'm just really feeling this one tonight.
This is God. He'll lift his hand. See, when God be on our life, we used to things going cool. Like, what, this gonna work out. Woo, you get with one of them birds, everything go wrong. You just be sitting there like, I can't. It's something wrong. I mean, everything. Your joints will start popping. Your joints. You don't even know why. Like, you just fall down the steps. I'm telling you, they got imps. They got stuff they can drop off. They can send remote sabotage. That's why you got to get your mind off of them.
That's because the demons that they're collecting from the people they're sleeping with and the ones that they held within themselves are attaching to you. And demons are for destruction. And once you lay down with that person is giving you all of those demons that they have and that they got from somebody else. And now your life is going to be destroyed because this person couldn't keep their thing in their pants or couldn't keep their panties up. They thrive off having sex and double lives with other people because that's all they know. They don't know how to do nothing else.
That's it. They know how to make your life. They know how to make things as painful as possible to anybody that actually cares about them romantically. Guys, the worst thing that somebody can do to you, the worst thing that somebody can do to you out here is betray you.
Mm-hmm.
And when they betray your loyalty,
Yep.
that's one of them, man. That's supposed to be the death blow right there for you.
Yeah.
And they
That
be
was their
mad when
plan.
it's not. They be mad when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
There you
And
go.
you have
They
to
be
get your
mad too.
mind off of them. Like your mind is part of your soul. You talking about soul connections and ties and stuff. Your mind. You got to get your mind off of them. Put it on God. Put it on the game. Put it on something else. Whatever you have to do to not think about what they doing. Because at the end of the day, you got to tell yourself, even if they come back saying they saved in a church robe with the Bible and everything else, are you finna be with them? That's the question you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself. And I really pray the answer is no. Of
You know
course
what
not.
though? You know what though,
It
Keith?
really
One
got
thing,
to be no.
excuse me, the thing that I found to be more effective was, nah, don't try to forget about them, because you ain't gonna do that anyway.
No.
Let's just be honest. You ain't about to forget about that person for a long time. The best thing that I found that you could do is really obsessively think about them, because that's then when you do that, because that's kind of what you're doing anyway. It's kind of what you're doing anyway. But when you just always thinking about, okay, I'm gonna just think about this part of what they did and that part of what they did, and you get tired of it. That's the only thing that really is going to push you away from always thinking about that person. When you just tired of, like, I'm tired of thinking, I'm tired of remembering how bad this time you cheated on me. I'm tired of remembering when you lied to me about we was going to do that, and you tried to trick me, and I'm tired of thinking about, if you just obsessively think about it at the beginning of the breakup, day in, day out, talk about it all day, the exact same thing. Go 3 weeks, go a whole month. Nah, I walked in the room and they was naked in there on the floor, and it was this and that, and everybody you could talk to. And see, that's how you purge it. You're getting it out of your system. You're getting it out of your system, because trying to hold it in, oh my God, you're not gonna be able to hold it in. You're not gonna be, just like they can't hold in the truth. They gotta let it out to somebody.
Oh yeah.
As trifling as they are, they gotta let that out to somebody. That's why they always gonna have. They might have some friends that got some integrity, but they not gonna hang out with them friends that much.
Mm-mm.
They not. That's just for show.
Yeah.
Their true friends, they got a crew of people that's really on their level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when you see the type of stuff, you ever get a chance to hear the kind of stuff that they admit to and the way they live,
Yeah.
man, it's gonna blow your mind. All I'm saying is, you really don't want to know
Mm-mm.
how trifling the narc really is.
They
Yeah, and
mess
you
with each
have to
other,
be
everything.
careful with that rumination too, because some people turn bitter and some people want revenge. These people do you in,
Mm-hmm.
that you think about revenge. That's the first thing you
Yes.
think about
Yes.
when they do that stuff to you. You want
Yes.
to get revenge. So
Mhm.
sometimes, you got to be very careful with that rumination, because, I've been there many times over. I know
Hey,
you
China.
gotta laugh.
Hey, China. Yes, I bear witness that you was there.
And it's it's
Many a
it's
day.
it's actually a spirit, a goddess thing called Rumina. Rumina who got figs, with the figs, Adam and Eve, go there. So this thing is that whole wickedness when they in the mind, and it's a deity. Like everything you have to know that what's attached to it. And when you're dealing with some things with a warlock or a witch or a sorcerer, I have to really point that out, because a lot of people be like, well, nah, I ain't never really see them do that. I don't think they really be into that. Did they gaslight, manipulate, intimidate, dominate? They into that. They practicing it. You can do witchcraft with your mouth. They do that. That's
Mhm.
how witchcraft works. It's the spoken is with the mouth. And so they doing that every day. Every day that they decide to tell you a lie about yourself, and then they decide to use trickery to gain something for them, witchcraft. That's exactly what witchcraft
Mhm.
is. So if people think it's like, oh, I'm about to get powerful, I can do these spells and stuff. What's a spell? You cursing somebody. They cursed you every minute they was with you. They was cursing your life. That's what word curses are. That's how spells work. And so you're dealing with somebody on that level. The mind, when they still got your mind entrapped, that really, like, you can do a lot of physical things to try to break that. You can probably help with the chemistry with some medications in the physical, but this is what they did. It affected you in the physical, spiritual, and in the soul realm. That's 3 different things. To break the root, you're gonna have to go to God. Yeah, He's gonna have to take that, because you're dealing with a superpower demon. The rumina thing, they coming for the mind. And they name this stuff in psychology because they are the witches and warlocks for the kingdom of darkness, and they name it exactly what it is.
Yeah, and then like I said previous, that science is just a way of explaining God to atheists. Atheists don't want to hear about God, so they'll go to science to learn about something, and that's just a way to sugarcoat things. Because if you look at it, science always try to humanize these people. At first, they dehumanize them, and now they're trying to humanize them. Oh, they don't know. Oh, don't take it personal. Oh, they just doing this because, oh, it was their trauma. I had trauma too. And I'm not out there doing this type of stuff to people.
There you go.
I'm not evil. I don't want to see nobody go through what I've been through. And that's the thing. And they know you're a good person. And when they antagonize you and argue with you, and then you have your breaking point, it's funny to them because now you're not Miss Perfect. Oh, now you're the abuser. Oh, now you're saying the harsh words. You push me to that. And the way they will word it is like you just out of the blue, just, you ain't shit. Excuse me.
That's what they're saying.
Shawty, you know you wanted to say that.
That's what they're saying.
I never said I did it. And then they shine that spotlight right on everything you did and everything you said, because now you can't look at what they did, and that's the point. That's the trick. That's the plan.
Hold on, we're gonna start a segment.
Outside your body.
We're gonna start a segment called On the Couch with China for
China's
5
cussing
minutes.
Session.
And we just gonna let her just go at it.
Yes, please. Please.
But these narcs, they like that. I mean, they really take you there. Like anytime profanity was used, it was during with one of these narcs, and they would act like it is the worst thing in the world. Like, I can't believe your mouth. Look what you're doing. Look what you said. You're supposed to be a woman of God. All of that. All of that is going to come out because the devil can't wait to point that finger, because it is hard when God got his hand on some people. He got his hand on y'all lives, even when we working this stuff out. The enemy see it better than us. But when they see it, because a lot of us, they probably said, hey, it's something about you. I like your energy. I like your speed, all of that. You upbeat, you on high vibrational. They might have said all of that. You got this God mind. Oh, you got this bright light. You be shining, you glowing. All I'm doing them air quotes, because that's all the things that they know that they can see in the spirit that they about to cipher, because they ain't got it.
And they can't maintain it when they get it from you. These people are not capable of being happy, because happiness comes from within. And it's not in them, because they consistently fighting the demons of yesterday past. Do you know how many people they wrong? That these people are consistently looking over their shoulders because they feel like somebody is going to come and get them for what they did. These people are America's most wanted.
Coming.
And I don't mean that in the sense that somebody else want them romantically, because they will make you think they have all these fake options that they don't have. Because you can't tell these people, they stuck in their 20s thinking they still got it when they look like Eddie Kane from the 5 Heartbeats.
Yes. I'm telling all crippled up, diseased up. They don't even care that they are diseased up. They are riddled with everything. Okay, public health disaster. That's them. What we do to heal, Lady Latrice was asking, you start. Hario has said it once. He was like, or you probably said a lot of times, but he was saying, like, you got to start doing things for yourself, going to the gym. Like, these are things that help me. I was like, wait a minute. I probably could do that, because you never realize how much you think about somebody else or someone else's stuff more than you think about yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
totally neglected myself for about 2 years at first coming out of this. I'm in year 3. But the first 2 years, I'm like doing research on this, doing research on that, staying busy, helping this, doing this clinic, all of this stuff. However, it's those little things that you do for yourself.
It
Go to
is.
the gym and start exercising. After about 6 months, you're going to feel real good about your results. You're going to start feeling good about yourself. And then when you notice that the deficit, the reason why you was with them, because you enjoyed validation or you enjoyed some of the compliments, you will be able to do that yourself. You won't start
Mm-hmm.
having that self-rejection. You won't have self-hatred. You won't have self-disgust. These are things
Mm-hmm.
that get people in codependency trap. This is how the enemy does. He put that on from childhood. He had the parents, especially the mother wound. Usually when it comes to this, the mother wound. Mothers be doing that. They do some other stuff. And it could be mothers, grandmothers, whoever was a mother figure. Somebody was saying something different about you than they said about some other people that was in a negative way. So if they were like, you need to be seen and not heard, that's something the enemy took and he built on that. If they said, why you always got to show yourself, da, 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 the enemy built on that. If they was always punishing you, hurting you when they were supposed to love and nurture you, the enemy took that. These are soul apartments, like soul fragments. And then he put strongholds on it. Then he get the bullies in school to start saying things about you. Oh, you dark, you this, your teeth like this, you like that, you fat, you skinny. All of these things are rejection seeds. That's the big issue you got to start targeting. And that's how you start to get over this. You can start
Yeah.
going outside more. Love yourself. It don't matter if you're not looking like the hybrids and the AI and the different humanoids and stuff on TV, or the ones that want to imitate them out here in this world. Those are demons. They're demonically influenced. Those are
TV,
temporary bodies. Look like yourself and be happy with yourself, because that's who God made you and he loved every bit of it. There's nothing.
TV, TV is what it has always been, a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It always made us fantasize about looking better, fantasize about the best family, fantasize about this, fantasize about that, and it's all a dream. They sell us all that this is the image that this is what
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to compete with. We're always in a competition to have a better body than somebody, better eating habits than somebody, more money than somebody, better cars than somebody. And
Yeah.
TV is selling us this just like they're selling us fear. TV have to always have us in competition or in fear in order to make money.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
I
right.
did that thing on that mirror magic. If it wasn't no mirrors like it used to be back in the day, when nobody know how they look to be comparing some stuff, a whole lot of marriages
Mm-hmm.
probably would be working out. Especially if they was given just how God ordained it, to be married to somebody because of purpose. That's what he did, based on superficial things that the programming has manipulated since the turn of the century. The occultists got together and they the ones decided about this TV, this New Deal money, the people they gonna put out here to, try to make a culture for another people. They created a culture that effeminated the man or eliminated the man. They just didn't
Mm.
need the man in the house. That
Mm.
thing hates the man, okay? Because the man got the headship in God. That's an authority there. They're going to always go to wipe out that man, period. That's how this country, the country made a deal with the devil. So they're going to do that. And then they're going to try to put the woman in a position to where it's going to split her from the nurturing and from the home stuff and being there for her children or doing a career for survival. When a woman is split that way, it's very hard. No matter how strong we are, I feel like a lot of us are very strong. We had to be since childhood, but that wasn't
Mm-hmm.
God's design for us. He designed for us to be the helpmate, not to sit here and take on the brunt and do all this stuff. Because one area, whether it's your work or your children, somebody gonna get neglected because you only one person. And it's like this is where we're at now. But if some things happen with the children, you like they didn't, they kind of you're gonna start beating down on yourself. You can't do that. That'll start getting into rejection and self-hatred. And I wish I was this. And you're going to compare yourself
Mm-hmm.
to this person that did this with their children.
Mm-hmm.
That has to stop. Like
And
trying to
that's
say
what
that competition and comparison has to stop.
and that's what they always do. They always on Facebook and on
Yeah,
Instagram comparing their lives and their relationship to somebody else. And that's why they make them fake monkey jumps and thinking
yeah,
that, oh, because this girl got this bad body and
yeah.
she seem like her attitude is this. Oh, I would love to be with that. And then when they go be with that, it's not that. I mean,
Right.
it's bad on social media, but let these people go on with those fake options that they think they have
Yes.
and run off with the person that they thought was better than you. Boy, I tell you, when I tell you they can't get you back, they try to unalive themselves, they're threatening to unalive themselves, they
Yes.
will beat on your door if they know where you live. I mean, there's nothing
Hmm.
they wouldn't do to try to get you back.
And
Well,
some of them,
listen. I'm
they
gonna say,
side piece is AI and they don't even know it. They side piece is AI and they don't even know it.
listen.
They
I'm
think
gonna
they
say,
got
like
somebody.
I've been saying the whole time. I'm gonna keep saying the whole time, ladies and gentlemen. If not right now, this very moment, if not right now, when are you going to enjoy your life? When are you going to, when is it going to be your turn to enjoy your life? You done made it time for everybody else, everything else. And life is calling you. Life is saying, hey, man, what we doing? What
Yeah.
we doing? When is it going to be our turn to enjoy this? Everybody else
Mhm.
having a good time. When is it going to be my turn to enjoy my life?
For sure.
That part right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an incredible, incredible night in here hanging with y'all.
Yes.
The ladies been on fire this evening. Let's give them some smoke to get up out of here with then. Since y'all bad, give them something to take them out then, ladies.
Because
Take them out on fire. I want to see some fire come out of here.
we sure took it over from you. You had to get on your phone. You had to find a life.
Oh,
And
yes,
they,
indeed.
I'm trying to recover from that steak. That's why I was late. I did make this really good steak. I'm like, I gotta eat. If I don't eat this steak, I might go down there and it might be gone. And you gotta eat it when it's hot too, like hot and juicy. Now the potatoes
Yeah,
is good.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
It ain't
okay.
nothing like getting it right
I
then,
was
too.
gonna try to eat it in 15 minutes. It took like 30, so I apologize. But I had to have that steak. It
I
would be
had to
good.
eat that steak, baby. That steak was steaking.
Yes, it was the rib. I was like, that's why I don't even like going out to the restaurants. I'm like, I can really make good steak, like better than a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant. I would only go for the service, and that might not even be all that good. But you get a really good steak from a meat store, like the real meat,
Yeah.
man. Even the dog was sitting there like, I can't wait till you finish cooking that. I just want the grease.
Like, woo! That dog sitting there like, I just
The longer
want to
I
eat the
have a
gristle
dog,
off her.
the longer I have a
Mm-hmm.
dog, I realize they are like the narcissists. I see why they got a dog spirit. Dogs be doing some stuff, man. They some nasty animals. They do some stuff. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
narcissists do the same thing. They walk around sniffing people butts. They do all of that. They lick toes and everything. That's what they do. That's a narcissist. They got a dog spirit. If you ever want to know, they doing everything a dog would do. And
Mm.
they would eat crumbs, they would eat scraps, they would act like they like fine dining, but no. They will eat anything that drops to the floor on the ground. They
Mm.
just glad when they get a couple more pets, on the head, like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this one touched me 3 times. Yay, I must be something. I'm gonna bite
Mm.
their hand. That's a narcissist.
Mm.
But the number one reason to never feel remorse for a narcissist is because that is like having sympathy for the devil. Period. He is
Yeah.
going, you think he ain't going around playing victim? God kicked him out.
Come on.
And all he was trying to do was just let the angels see their true self and just have another worship. And if God is so, sharing, why didn't he want to share the throne? You think he ain't spinning a narrative like that? The devil who tortures and torments for fun, worse than anybody or anything we can ever imagine, any torture that has ever been thought of
Mm-hmm.
has been done worse than that by the
Come on.
devil. He's not nice, no matter how they portray him on TV, how they do shows called Lucifer, how they do all of that. He owns that. He is an evil, 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 evil energy. He's the definition of it. And that stuff right there is why you cannot feel remorse. You got to remember that. If you need to think about something for about a day, write down all the evil things that they have done. You can write down a couple good things, but they're probably lies. So put that in a category to say potential lies if you're unsure, because I'm sure it's not true. But all of the evil things and the behaviors and actions consistently, they do consistently evil things to hurt you, things to gaslight you, things to swindle you out of the money. Tax season, oh, they only come around because they want to claim a child. It's gonna be different this time. We're gonna be cool this time. We're gonna be cordial this time. We just friends, like da 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 da. I don't deal with them. You the only person I was dealing with. I just knew something was wrong with me. I knew I was out of my mind, so that's why I wanted us to be separated. But I do love you, blah blah blah. All of that is going to happen because they're going to need to claim that child. Everything for them is about what can they get out of it. Can they either get pain from you or can they get gain from you? That's it. So don't have sympathy for somebody who only viewed you as something that they can step on, step over to gain and then destroy. Don't do that. You cannot do that. That's like having sympathy for the devil. That's exactly what he do. He discard all of his children. He don't care about none of them. That's why they all sitting up there, ziggity boo up in there, not knowing who gonna press a nuclear bomb first, because Satan gonna destroy them all. And then he's gonna laugh at them when he torments them. And he gonna say, hi, you knew I lied to you. I'm a liar. That's what I do.
Wow.
That's what a narcissist would say to you. They're a liar. They're a deceiver. This is what they do. Why are you surprised when they do it? So we have to take it for what it is. When it's been shown and revealed, and we know this is their character, they meet enough criteria for us to seek this out. We already know what's working on the inside. No more questions. Nothing's going to change. They cannot change. They don't have the brain wiring in there to change. On the scan, there's no neurons. You got to have neurons for medication to work. There's nothing there. They can't grow and rewire their brain. I don't care what them demons say. Science, the demon over there called Nebo in the Bible, he said Nebo bowed to him. God said that. He said Nebo and Baal, both of them bowed to him. So we can't be seeking Nebo for answers to the obvious. We dealing with the devil. Once you're dealing with the devil, you got to scrap like you're going to scrap with the devil. You can't play hit. Okay, you can't just do that. Even if you go first, you can't play hit. No, you got to take that thing out. And then you got to get them out of your head. Nothing changed. Don't feel sorry for them. If they family call and say, oh, they having such a hard time, I think they're going to hurt themselves. Click. You can't get involved. Do not get involved. They know how to call 911. That was few numbers. Then they called you. They could have called 911. That's how you know it's a setup. Don't get involved. DGI. If you don't take nothing back tonight, take those letters. DGI. Don't get involved. I had to do that with my own mom. I can't get involved. Like, oh, they just need $1,000. They got a whole husband. Can't get involved. Can't get involved. DGI.
You got to do it the way you got to do it.
Done. Well, what I'm gonna leave you guys with is I'm gonna do a spinoff of what Keisha said. Having remorse for them is like leaving the door unlocked for the murderer to come in. That's what having remorse for them is like. You're inviting someone in and you're giving them an easy kill. You're an easy prey when you have remorse for them. And I was going to make this short and sweet, and I'm going to say this. They are a silent partner in a contract that has a bounty on your head. Walk away from these people because that bounty is for your life. It's not just for your destruction. It's for your soul or your life. And this devil will not stop until he get one or the other, because he made that bet with God that he was going to get our souls. And that bet is still on. But at the same time, do know that our souls were bought and paid for by innocent blood. Just a drop of innocent blood has bought us 1,000 times over. We've been paid and bought, paid for and bought by the blood of Jesus. And that's all you need to get these people out of your life. And that's what it's going to take, because we're not dealing with people who are in control. They are being used, because the devil himself can't do anything to us.
Come on, speak on that.
Because if he did, we all be gone. He have to go. We have to work through people, and these people volunteered when they was a child, and their souls has been held by the devil since then, and they're comfortable with it. These people don't want to change. They lie to you and tell you, I'm a change, or I change in that last, day, 2 week. That's the biggest trick and biggest lie they ever tell us, because they want us to believe that they can change and that they want to change, and they don't, and they won't, and they can't. Not without God's grace, they cannot.
They don't, they won't, they can't, and they ain't.
Yep.
Wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, again, man, incredible info y'all got to witness and be a part of in here this evening. I'm going to keep on harassing y'all about asking yourself that question every single day. If not today, when is it going to be my turn to enjoy my life? How many years am I going to give to other people that don't serve me well? How much of this life am I going to give to a person, a thing that despises me, that openly hates me? Openly hates me. They not even disguising it no more. They not even hiding it. How much of your life you giving away to that person? How much of your time are you dedicating to fix what is not fixable? How much of your life are you going to dedicate to that booby trap? They know the nature of us is to fix them, but they also know you can't fix the devil. Even God himself said, hey man, you got to go. They know the sentence. They know, the devil knows that he is cast into hell for eternity. He knows that. The narcissist knows the same thing. The narcissist knows the exact same thing. They already know their place. They know their punishment is coming. But they also know that you have a spirit that you can fix them. And you will try. You will try and believe that you can change them, that you can succeed at it, if you just love them enough.
Yeah.
And they are here showing us there ain't no love created that can change the hatred that is in them. They have chosen hatred. That was their choice. You didn't choose it. I didn't choose it. I'm not going to choose it. Allow them to be who they are. The number one reason to never feel remorse for that narcissist, guys, I'm telling you, man, you better go in there and you better self-evaluate whatever you see they going through. And you're going to see it once you leave them alone. Whatever they're going through, I promise you they wanted to see you go through 10 times worse. The loneliness that they look like they dealing with, I promise you they wanted you to die of loneliness. They wanted you to die of confusion, of sadness, of heartbreak. They wanted you to die from heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what they wanted. And that's what you're going to witness they die from. Yeah, and they know you're going to feel sorry for them. That's the thing about it, guys. They already know you're going to feel sorry for me. Come on and feel sorry for me. Come on now. You know I ain't mean that. You the only person understand me.
Mm.
Let's work this family out. Come on now. Come on now. Let's work together. I'm gonna do right this time. Good God. They know once you start talking, they got you.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start talking, they got you.
They ain't even got high legs. They'll kick you.
Whatever you do, you have got to, you have got to make yourself the priority. Thanks, Linda. You've got to make your life the priority. You have got to make your life the priority. Guys, I heard somebody in the chat say, what's my next? What do I do next? You really want to know what you got to do to take your mind off this person, to get rid of that pain, to stop that pain? Do what you did for the narcissist. Make your mind up that you gonna love you.
Yeah.
The same way your mind was made up that this was meant to be, and this person is this and this person is that. You made your mind up that that was true. It wasn't true, but you made your mind up that it was true. You made your mind up you could fix this person. You could change this person.
Yep.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it, but your mind was made up. Make your mind up that you are healed. Make your mind up that you are happy. Make your mind up you gonna enjoy your life for the rest of your life. If you're gonna make your mind up to do something, make your mind up for that. Make your mind up that you're gonna improve yourself every single day. Make your mind up you're gonna get your mind right, your body right, your spirit gonna be right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make your mind up about that. Stop worrying about this thing over here you can't control, that you won't control, and that it will control you, trying to control it.
Mm.
Yeah. You want out? You want to feel better? Make your mind up that I'm going to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And watch your life excel. But if you decide to take on the energy of the narcissist and hate the narcissist and hope that they fail and hope that they get what they got come, hope that the narcissist get, everything they do, I want them to get what they tried to give me and what they gave me, that I want them to have that pain. You're going to have exactly what they have. You're going to get exactly what they getting. And guys, I'm telling you from my position, you don't want what they getting. You can't handle what they getting. You cannot handle a total failure in your life. You can't handle it. You can't handle everything in your life falling completely apart and never coming back together. You can't handle it. The narcissist, that's what they traded when they said they wanted to destroy your life. That's the penalty that they accepted, that their life would be totally destroyed and would not come back together. That's their contract. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go out there and think that you're going to lay your neck on the line for a contract they made with the devil, man, then that's on you. That's on you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave you just like we came up in here, with none but peace, love, and soul train.
Hey, let
Have
me
a wonderful weekend, everybody. Ladies, I thank y'all. Y'all came in here with that heat like you always do. And we needed some heat because it's freezing out here tonight.
I didn't want to say something real quick.
Let me give them this to think about this weekend. And I just thought about this. And this is the biggest lie that causes us to have remorse that we tell ourselves, is that they betrayed us. They have no choice but to change. We think they're going to change because they hurt us and they feel that pain and don't want to see us go through that pain again. And that's the lie we sell ourselves, is that betrayal is going to change them.
It's not. It's not. Good God. It is not. Thank you so much for that super chat, Latarsha. Thank you, Latarsha Gardner. Mwah. Thanks for the super chat. Good night, everybody. The love was felt. We appreciate you. We're going to see y'all next week because we're going to keep on doing what we do. Yes, we will. Johnny got a new computer. Look at her. She like on there. She back there. Mama said, Mama son, Mama boo son. Mama. Good night, y'all.
Good night.